We'd like to welcome Adam Scott to the Media Center for the 2023 ZOZO Championship. Adam, you're making your second start here at AQUÍ in Arashino. Your first was in 2019. Can you just reflect back to that time and talk about your excitement to be back here in Japan? Go ahead. We'll go through in English.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a regular visitor to Japan, but it's only the second time I've played ZOZO. I generally play the Japan Open every year, which I did last week unsuccessfully, but in the end got me kind of ready to go this week for the ZOZO. And we have a great forecast in front of us, and the course is looking fantastic, so I'm excited about the chance to play the PGA Tour event here this week in Japan.
And you had a chance to play the course today. Can you just give some thoughts and impressions on the golf course?
The course is in perfect condition, and the greens are a little bit on the soft side, so I think guys will be able to attack this golf course while it stays like this. However, the penalty of missing around these greens is high, because the greens have a severe amount of slope and speed, and your short game will be tested too much if you miss too many greens. So the guys who are playing well are going to shoot good scores, and the rest are going to be left scrambling.
If you don't mind, we want to ask you about two holes and your strategy on them, number 1 and number 4.
Number 1, unless there's some crazy wind, I think it's just a 3-wood off the tee. You really can't go down the left side, and driver you kind of need to favour more the left side, so I think it's just a 3-wood and a short iron to the green. Number 4, again, I think you have to challenge that hole a little bit with a driver off the tee and take it across a little bit of the water, but of course then there's a bit of a risk. But it's such a long hole that getting the ball down there as far as possible is an advantage coming into the green.
You mentioned you're a frequent visitor of Japan. Can you talk about some of your favorite things about this country and maybe some memories of the fans when you played here in 2019?
Yeah, I think actually, really, as far as the golf goes, all the good memories I have is the big crowds that watch us play. That was certainly the case in 2019. It was no extra space at this golf course in 2019, and I'd say the Japanese golf fans are the most enthusiastic golf fans in the world. That makes it a really fun environment for us to play in. So hopefully we get something similar to that this week.
A couple more questions and then we'll open it up to the media. It was announced this week that the 24-player roster has been rounded out for TGL. Can you talk about your involvement and excitement for that new venture?
Yeah, I think it's fitting in perfectly with kind of where everything is going in the world. This is another way to showcase the game, and a game that is played differently by a lot of people now. I know a lot of people, certainly in this region of the world, are spending a lot of time playing golf in a simulator, and this is a little more extreme version of a simulator, but should be a lot of fun, a chance to kind of showcase some of the top players in the world and maybe a bit more of their personality in a different environment on a Monday night.
And then lastly from me, looking ahead to 2024, can you touch on some of your goals and objectives for the season?
Yeah, 2024 is kind of a shortened season on the PGA Tour, as it's now back to the calendar year, just running through August. And I think that kind of suits me at this point in my career, to have a shorter season. I've got lots of different goals, I guess, but really, to sum that up, I want to get back in the winner's circle on tour. I feel like I still have the game to compete on tour and be a winner. So, I'd like to kind of start here this week, but let's keep that going in 24 too.
Perfect. We'll go ahead and open to questions. If you have a question in Japanese, Amy's here to translate. Just raise your hand and we'll bring you a microphone. Right over here.
使用しているパターについてお聞きしたいんですけど、ラブゴルフっていう青い、角型のパターを、ルーカス・グローバー選手も使ってるんですけど、こちらのパターの気に入っているところを教えてください。
The question is about your putter. I think you're using a lab golf, like a home style, which Lucas Grover is using as well. So what do you like about this putter?
Yeah, there's a lot of technology goes into this putter. It's a special way of balancing the putter that only lab golf can do. And as we look around for the best equipment to use, I managed to be introduced to lab, and then they also were very receptive to helping me putt with a long putter as well. Not so many companies are working with the long putter, so lab's been really supportive, and I think the technology is fantastic. I've had a lot of success and putting well with the lab putter, and of course Lucas Glover was very successful since switching to it also.
そうですね、まずはたくさんのテクノロジーを含んでいるっていうところが一番の使っているポイントですが、特にバランスを取りやすいという意味で使っております。で、僕ロングパターを使っているんですけど、そんなに多くの会社とかメーカーがそれを紹介しているわけではないので、一番自分に適したパターであると思っていますし、テクノロジーに関しては本当にファンタスティックで素晴らしいと思っています。でもちろんメンション先ほど言及されましたが、ルーカス・グローバー選手もそれを使って成功しているというか、いい成績を残しているので、僕も使用しております。
パターに関してあと2つだけ質問なんですけど、いつから使用しているかと、あと先週の、日本オープンではちょっとグリーン上で苦しんでたように見えるんですけど、今週の、グリーンでのタッチはいかがですかというのをちょっとお聞きしたいです。
So two more questions about your putting. So since when have you been using this putter? And also like last week, it seems like you are like a little bit struggling on the greens. So how is your putting condition this week so far?
I've been using this putter for when did I start? About 18 months. And I don't think I struggled too much on the green last week. The condition was not quite the same as here, let's say, so I don't think anyone was making quite as many putts, but it was feeling okay. Yeah, I feel good. I mean, I think putting is probably the best part of my game.
このパターを使用して18ヶ月経っております。先週はそうですね、コンディションが少しちょっと違ったといえばそうだと思うんですけども、今週に関しては自分のパッティングのフィーリングはすごいいい感じだと思っているので問題ないと思います。
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? All right, perfect. Oh, Matt has a question back here.
Adam, I wanted to ask you about a pretty unique feature of this course, the double greens. Wondering, does that change preparation? Does it change how you play your practice rounds? Does anything change with kind of having two greens to work with instead of one?
I think we're only playing one hole that uses the two greens, so it's not that big of a deal. We just have to learn a couple of greens on that hole, but it doesn't change preparation much at all then.
All right, well, we'll let you go. Thanks for your time. Good luck
Thank you.
this week.
Thank you.